To Homestead here for the penultimate race of the regular season for the NAOR Cup Series Season 6. As tonight we head to Homestead, as next week we head to Auto Club for the final race of the regular season. But we got 2 more races left, and who will start their final playoff push this season? Now qualifying just getting underway. Now these drivers have one lap to set, one chance to set their lap. So right now, currently on top of the board, it is Donnie Hay in that 2 machine. Cole Steiner sitting there in second. Hunter Senior in third. Zach Rand sitting in fourth currently. Just a few drivers running out on the racetrack. If I second Moreno, he's been dominant these past few weeks. And he's been winning multiple races throughout this past month of the season. Currently, he's still out of the racetrack. He already did set his lap time, 34.197. So, starting from the back, it looks like he will be once again. But he's no stranger to working his way back through the field. As currently on the top of the board goes Gabriel Nahari, top of the board, 20.33.293 for the 72 machine. Steven Maggio, here he comes to turn number 1 and 2. Maggio down into turn number 3 now. He's going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Around that middle line a little bit. We missed the bottom a little bit off of turn number 4. Here comes Maggio coming to the line. What can he run here in qualifying? At the line, it'll be a 33.432. It will jump to P3. So that lap will be good enough for P3. So Steve Maggio, P3 on the board after that lap. Here's Hunter Peach now. Hunter Peach ready to start his lap now. Down into turn number 1. He's going to go up the racetrack. He's going to stay down. He's actually going to come down to the bottom. Entering pretty high up, up on the racetrack. So we've got a pretty late apex there. And in turn number 1, it's down on the white line. Going to slide up the racetrack right up to the outside wall here. We'll see multiple different lanes start to work tonight. Or we'll see that outside lane work. Maybe the inside lane work. So we could see kind of multiple different grooves we've seen here at Homestead have worked in the past. Work again here tonight. Hunter Beach a little higher up in the N3 and 4 there. Maybe missed the bottom. I'll come to the line. It will be a 33.546. He'll jump to P8 with that lap. Marcus Weather completing his lap. Actually, just he has invalidated his lap, and Dylan Chappell not on the racetrack. And now with 37 seconds left, there'll be no time left to set a lap. So that means Jonathan Barker will be our DI9 Design Pole Award winner for tonight here at Homestead. And Jonathan Barker with a 33.272. Only 200s faster than Gabriel Nahari in P number 2. Donnie Kite, Steven Maggio, Josh Adams, Cole Steiner, Geronto top 5, Cole Steiner, Hunter Senior, Hunter Peach. Second minute, Jonathan Jones are the rest of the top 10 there. So those 10 drivers will be our top 10 of our 20 car field here tonight. So we have 116 laps here from the 1.5 Homestead Miami Speedway, the ultimate race of the regular season. Heading into tonight.
Welcome all drivers.
Heading into tonight, it is once again, of course, Jonathan Barker on the points lead with 115 point advantage over Kyle Taub. His 4 wins of the season. He's made every race this season. So that's why you don't see someone like Ethan Moreno up on top, because he hasn't raced every race this season. But the races he has won, he's been a dominant factor. And Ethan Moreno, after last week's win, he'll jump up to 6th after Las Vegas last week. He also has 4 wins on the season, with 7 stage wins, just like his teammate of Jonathan Parker, an unofficial teammate. He was teammates before, but there are no teams this season in the NAOR Cup Series. There's drivers getting ready to line up, gridding up now and getting ready to go racing. We'll see who can make their final playoff push to the playoffs. The playoffs starting in 2 weeks' time. The playoffs are 9 weeks, so 9 races in the playoffs. Each of them split into 3 rounds. The championship round of 3. Last week we went to Las Vegas. It was our second visit to Las Vegas. We'll have a second visit to Charlotte later in the season for our season finale. We'll also have another visit to Auto Club next week, as we opened up the season at Auto Club back in May, so we can see. But also we have different setups, more updates to this next gen cars since May. So we'll see how that handles next week at Auto Club, so you can kind of master the new updates there. The dirty air being seemed a big more factor, as we kind of saw that play out last week in Las Vegas. So track vision could be a very big factor here tonight. And while these drivers are rolling off, let's take a look at our Coulter's cars starting lineup. On the poles, 48, Jonathan Parker with a 33.272. Gabriel Wright in second with a 33.293. Donnie Kite, he'll start third in that 2 machine. Steve Edge at 51, he'll start alongside him in fourth. Josh Adams will start fifth. Cole Steiner at the 24, he'll start 6th tonight. Hunter Sheen will start 7th, and alongside him will be the other Hunter of Hunter Beach in the 20 machine. He'll start 8th. Zach Mammoth, he'll start 9th tonight in the 00. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer will start 10th. Nathan Lamont will start 11th. Josh Arnold will start 12th. 13th will be Giovanni Klein. Kyle Top will start 14th. Chase McGuire will start 15th. The 9 machine, Ethan Fasaccarano, he'll start back in 16th tonight. Mike Campbell will start 17th at 71. John Osborne will start 18th at 81. Marcus Weather will start 19th, and Dylan Chappell run our 20-car field here tonight at Homestead. We only have 1 extra pace lap, but this pace car is going to come down pit road this time by. We're going to head away to the restart zone here. Parker in Dahari leads them to green. Green flags in the air. We're on the way here from Homestead. Through 1 and 2, Gabriel Dahari takes the lead, but he gets a little bit loose off turn 2. That's going to allow Jonathan Parker down to the inside lane, side by side, down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3 now. As Parker's will try and fight back on the bottom, not able to do it just yet. But Steven Andrew fighting back on the high lane, very strong right now. Going to put up against the wall off the exit of the corner. Not be able to do it. They'll slot back in line. It's the top 5 currently slotted in line. Hunter Senior in the heated battle behind with Hunter Peach as well. As Ethan Fasaccarano already working his way up into the top 10. He's up against that outside wall in 1 and 2. Only driver up there so far. No one really going any higher than that middle groove of the racetrack. But Hunter Peach hard spinning. Oh my, almost hits the inside wall, but gets into it, and that brings out the yellow. Almost got to the wall hard there. He did tap that inside wall a little bit. Thought it'd be a hard hit as you saw him go down to the racetrack. He was able to save it. That brings out our first yellow of the night. So he just lost it out of turn 2 here. And it was almost overcorrected into Ethan Fasaccarano, but almost a hard hit there. Lucky was able to minimize the damage. Doesn't look too bad on that race car. Just a little bit of front end damage. Got very lucky that hit was not any harder than what it was. That brings out a quick yellow and our first Jones Paint Designs caution of the night. So Gabriel Dahari was able to take the race lead early. He still holds the lead. Jonathan Parker will still line up in second. We'll see how this tire wear plays out tonight. We have seen in the past here on the Just Racing Network. We saw it not too long ago. They had the Undisputed Cup Series here at Homestead. We saw it it was a night race, so it was a little different track conditions. But we saw the outside lane can work for a while. So you should. But as long as you don't overheat the tires, but it seems like they're ready. You went on the top, kind of make the car a little bit tight if you run the top, but if you want to a little bit looser, you can run the bottom for a while. It could pay off eventually, but that outside lane is going to be the way to go and pass. But pretty good options of lines here, so these drivers can take advantage of the lines, of the multi-groove racetrack racing here from Homestead. We're early yellow here. Now we're getting ready to go back racing here, so we'll restart lap number 6 of the night. So quick yellow to start this one. We gave it Hari in. Jonathan Harker lead on back to green. Same front row as it was to start. Just swap positions. So now the Hari will be the controlled car. Iris pace car will take that hard left turn onto pit road once again. Green flag back in the air. Pretty quickly now down into turn number 3. Donnie Kite currently side by side with Jonathan Jurgens, but way up on the outside wall is Giovanni Klein. There, that 5 machine. Perfect grip on that outside wall. He's got a massive run, but he's going to be kind of a traffic jam out in front of him. The Cole Center, Donnie Kite. Nowhere to go with that run, but he's going to go back to the outside wall in 1 and 2 here. We'll see what he can do off of turn number 2. That's good of a run. There will be 3 wide down the back stretch. Maybe a little bit of contact there off the corner. Everyone keeps it straight, but side by side, still in front is now Giovanni Klein, still fighting that outside lane, trying to clear Kite and Meredith. Jurgens on the bottom, Schneider on the middle. Steven Maggio, if we get that second place spot, take that second place spot away. Cole Schneider down to the bottom. Not able to hold off the spot to Cole Steiner, but side by side now as Klein holds that spot. Parker now down, trying to work the inside of Steven Maggio for that second place spot, but not settling out for that top 3. Giovanni Klein going to the top early here. No one else really going up there so far, but he is no stranger up to that outside lane right now. He's ripping that outside wall, and he's making it work. He's gained a lot of spots. He's up to that 5th place spot now. Trying to get up to 4th of Jonathan Jurgens, but looks like he got on the wall there a little bit. Side by side, though, behind him is Jackie Meredith and Cole Snyder battling for that 6th place spot. Still fighting the outside lane, able to be able to make it work. Caution's out once again. A car around Cole Snyder, around off turn number 2. He just saw him side by side in a battle there. But he goes around off of turn number 2. Just like we saw Hunter Peach on lap number 2. It was a similar incident, just lost it coming off the corner. The grip off the corner, definitely kind of lacking for these drivers out here tonight. Take a look at our weather for tonight's race. This guy sees right now it's a 104-degree track temp, so it is pretty hot track out there so far. The 82-degree ambient temperature. So these drivers definitely gonna be struggling with grip out there. It's definitely a very hot racetrack. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now it is a two times sim acceleration. So each second in out of sim is in real life is 2 seconds in the sim. So it will speed up and we will get colder throughout the day as it will move further and further into tonight. So we might have a kind of sunset by the end of this one. A mixed pit strategy there though between some of these drivers. Some drivers coming out pit road, maybe coming to top it off, maybe take some tires. Johnny got you one of those. Hunter Sr., Josh Arnold, Kyle Taub, John Osborne, Mike Campbell. So got on the back half of the field taking coming down to take fuel here. So 2 quick yellows here. Shake up a little bit of this strategy. Good restart here on lap number 14. So 2 quick yellows now. Do have stages as well, but there are no stage cautions as we've had so far this season. Always the 25 and 50% mark of the race. First stage will be a lap number 29, and the stage 2 will be a lap 58 of tonight's race. So we got those stage laps there. So it could be some extra crucial points for some of these drivers outside looking in, try to make their playoff push. It'll be Gabriel Hori and Stephen Maggio on the front row this time. Pretty much similar up front as we did have a mix of strategies there, but pretty much the first top half of the field staying out. I think we haven't even seen any tire differences. The green flag back in the air. That's Gabriel Hori with a good launch. Maggio's going to slot in behind him already. They have thought about diving into the inside there. Was able to make it work. Charlie Parker, he'll slot up to third, but side by side is Klein. Works the outside once again. He'll take fourth away from Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Now Steven Maggio, he blocks up that outside lane. He was running in second. Now Giovanni Klein has the dirty air to deal with on the outside. He's going to try and get the run with Maggio here. Looks like it might work out here, but Jonathan Parker's side by side with Maggio now. That second place spot. Parker right in the bottom, and now Klein, he looks to the middle. Almost went 3 wide there through the center of the corner. Not able to make it happen, but now Jonathan Parker will slot into third behind Steve Maggio. Maggio taking the outside lane. It's not really working so far for him just as well as it was for Giovanni Klein a few laps ago. Okay, but Hari able to take the race lead early. He's kept it set so far. Side by side as Jonathan Parker are working the bottom of Stephen Maggio still, but not able to get clear off the corner. But Maggio is able to clear off the corner easily with the run of the high lane. A little bit of battling here just outside the top 5. So Marcus Weather trying to work that outside lane. Not able to make it work, but now he'll go down on the bottom on the inside of Zachary Meredith here. Now all the way out of the inside lane, it almost goes to the inside of Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Jurgensmeyer tries to block that off there. He does. Kissman not able to get to the inside of Jurgensmeyer, but now Jurgensmeyer, he almost to the inside of Giovanni Klein, but now here comes Zachary Meredith. He blocks the outside. He'll go down to the bottom. 3 wide now as Meredith to the bottom of the racetrack. 3 wide. Meredith looks a little loose on the bottom. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. That'll allow Kissenweather in now. Josh Adams to clear. So almost a 3 wide move worked out there, but not able to work out for Zachary Meredith. Sorry, Jurgensmeyer not able to get by Giovanni Klein. So the outside lane seems to be dominant. If you're going on a pass, you're going to want to get by on the outside lane, but you're going to have to fight through that dirty air somehow. Cheers are trying to fight on the bottom. Just can't stay alongside Giovanni Klein off the exit of the corner. Still holding off Mark Kisweather for now. I guess so they're now fighting back to the bottom of Jurgensmeyer here. Jurgensmeyer on the outside. Kisweather on the bottom. Kisweather not able to make it work just yet. He's trying to clear up in front. Can't do it. They're outside lane, just a little strong right now. No one able to make the inside lane work. David still leads the field. Still can watch this battle, but not much happening just yet as so far. Field's starting to spread out a little bit now, so you're starting to see that tire wear start to play a factor. Able to hurry. He was strong at the very end of the run last week at Las Vegas, but couldn't find his way through the dirty air. So we'll see if he has that clean air advantage. We'll see if he's able to do something similar like last week. Harry's still holding the lead as now he's this time by will be only 4 laps away from the stage win. Man's just trying to fight that outside lane, not still able to hold the out, able to hold off Jonathan Parker on the bottom. Parker trying to fight to the bottom and able to make it happen back here with Hunter Peach now. Nathan Lamon. Lamon on the outside. Well, stop behind Hunter Peach. Hunter Peach trying to make the time back up after this lap number 2. Lamon fighting on the bottom, staying side by side with Hunter Peach. Right behind him, he's got Donnie Kite. Peach still holding the lead, but Peach still holding off that spot. The lead of the outside of the top 10, sitting there in 11th right now. Two guys are still able to hold off Jonathan Parker for now. Because they're fighting the outside, Jurgens are on the bottom. I still can't make the spot and make it happen in front of Mark Kissenweather. Guess they're able to take that spot away from John Jurgensmeyer for that spot. Still fighting side by side. A few laps ago, Gabriel Hari was able to pick up the stage 1 win. See if he can continue that gap as there will no cautions. Jonathan Parker working the bottom again on Stephen Maggio, but just can't find his way by. The outside lane just really strong right now through Steve Maggio. The inside lane just not strong enough. It seems like the outside lane just seems to be the way to go. Just able to hold off everybody trying to pass you on the inside. If they try to go to the outside, that's just not have the dirty air. So they have to have a lot better tires on the bottom if they want to have a shot like getting by you. Right now, Steve Maggio just playing perfect blocker right now with the outside lane, just able to continue the momentum, continue to run on the outside. Able to make it happen as Maggio's still farting the outside. He may have got the wall there a little bit. That might give Parker the break. They'll stay alongside you off the exit, but the run just good enough for Maggio to almost clear the corner. Parker should fight back on the bottom. Might have to try to just slide up through the center of the corner. Might have to throw an aggressive slider. That might be Parker's only hope to try and get by here. He's still trying to fight the bottom. Still can't make it happen. Maggio with the run on the outside, just strong. It's too strong for Parker on the bottom. But Jonathan Parker able to get the move done off of turn 4 there. Steve Maggio falls behind as he'll fall back to 3rd. Maggio sitting in 3rd. So now the battle for 2nd kind of done now as Parker was able to take that spot away. Now we battle back here with Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Moreno's trying to fight the bottom, do the same thing Parker just did to Steve Maggio, but Moreno just can't make the bottom work. Meredith and Jurgensbauer, they're making a little bit of contact in the outside lane. Battle for 6th. On the bottom, still not able to get by Jurgensmeyer. Jurgensmeyer fighting the outside, but he'll boot out of the bottom. You see clears in front of Moreno into 3. Meredith up against the outside wall. He gets a tag bit of it, but now Moreno, he's gonna have the run down the front straightaway. This could be his opportunity. So we'll look down to the bottom of Jurgensmeyer. We take the spot away. He's gonna try and slide up through the center of the corner. And he will. So Jonathan Jurgensmeyer will lose the spot to Ethan Fonseca Moreno, but he's gonna have to run down the back straightaway. He's just gonna shove Moreno. Not gonna try and fight that back. Here comes Meredith. He's got a good run. He's gonna fight to the bottom, almost a stagger 3 wide there. We'll slide back as Meredith has lost a lot of momentum as they're 3 wide with Zach and Meredith. Josh Adams. A little bit of smoke out in front of him though, and it looks like Mark Kisswether. Mark Kisswether going sideways off of turn number 2. He's able to save it. Looks similar fashion to what we saw twice tonight. And that's exactly what happened. Got loose. Luckily, was able to save it and keep it together. We saw that with Cole Snyder in Hunter Peach. Gabriel Hardy still holds the lead, but Jonathan Barker trying to reel him in. Renault, he was able to take that 5th spot away with that spot, with just when they're having that moment and almost spinning, just when it falls all the way back to 13th. Dylan Chapel trying to fight to the inside of Zach Meredith, not able to make it happen. Meredith still fighting on the bottom, able to hold that spot off from Chapel. But now Meredith, he's actually going to come down pit road, almost losing it, and he does! Zach Meredith spins on the pit road. Mark Hissler comes up pit road as well, so we're seeing green flag stops. Right now, so we see pit stops happening. First round of stops. All those early stops from Meredith and Kissenweather. No one else is yet to come down pit road just yet. So Hardy still stays out in the lead. Dylan Chapel trying to get to the inside of Josh Adams. The outside lane just too dominant right now. Unable to make a pass. That one car still on the apron there. He's trying to get down to pit road. It was Steven Maggio. Steven Maggio missing pit road. He was running up front. Missing, I think he's trying to go to the access road. You don't have, oh no, you got loose off turn there too. It looks like, oh, Harley inside wall. That's going to be heavy damage. Jonathan Barker, he's down pit road, so we'll see. Maybe he can jump in front of Gabriel Hari here with this pit stop. Let's see what David Hari, what he does is he still leads the field right now. It's pretty much the jars behind him coming down pit road. Oh, the caution out of the racetrack. It's Cole Steiner off of turn number 2. It looks like another victim with the off of turn number 2 with the lack of rear grip. The tire catching another driver out off guard. That's Cole Steiner losing it off of turn number 2 once again. We saw it happen earlier. But that's what we're really going to catch Jonathan Parker at a bad time as he just pitted. So now you have caution. This caution allows everyone to come down pit road. John Osborne looks like he's staying on the racetrack. But actually, I believe he was the free pass, so we've already in and out of pit road first. Osborne actually staying out on the racetrack. He was at the free pass. John Osborne staying out in the race lead. But John Osborne, he stays out on the racetrack here, so that means Gabriel Hardy, he'll line up second. Ethan Moreno with a, I believe, a really good pit stop there. So, really good pit stop from Moreno. He'll be up to third. So if he can get the race lead, he's always been one to be very dominant. Once he gets the race lead, he doesn't really lose it the whole way. So we'll see how well that works out for Ethan Moreno. But the pace car is going to take that hard left turn on to pit road, and John Osborne, Gabriel Hardy will lead him back to green. Green flag back in the air here from Homestead. As Hardy with a good launch at the outside, not able to get alongside into turn number 1. They're going to be side by side with Moreno. Moreno into the middle, 3 wide is now Osborne eating up on the old tires as the Hardy's fighting on the outside, side by side now down the back straight over there, 3 wide per second as Osborne falling like a rock. But Moreno trying to fight for the lead as he knows the clean air is important. Giovanni Klein ripping the outside wall. He actually gets a piece of it. He's trying to get to the outside of all these drivers, but he's not able to do it. As DeHart with the run off for turn number 4, he'll take the race lead away. So Ethan Moreno, who's gonna have to try and fight back to try and take that race lead back, away. But Klein trying to fight the outside lane, not able to make it happen. Moreno a little bit into the outside wall, and Giovanni Klein goes around down the back straightaway. Hard on the inside wall for Giovanni Klein. That brings out another caution. Let's paint his on caution flag getting its use tonight. Johnny Klein going around as he was 3 wide there, coming off turn number 2. But once again, caution flag flies, and turn 2 has been where the cautions have been starting. I don't think we haven't seen a caution as the cause tonight that wasn't out of turn number 2. So. Last split strategy once again. Osborne, he'll come down pit road. Maybe his strategy call to stay out there, maybe try to get some extra stage points. You know, he's trying to make that playoffs, but why would he make it happen? He fell back very quickly with the older tires there. So he'll come in now, but this yellow will pretty much end that stage. So the stage win will go to Gabriel Hari. This Hari was able to win stage number 1 as well, so he'll pick up stage 2. In just a couple laps. But we'll restart once again. Another restart here. Gabriel Hari made his debut start last week, had a solid run. The top 3 finish. Now he was looking to try a win tonight here at Homestead. He's been strong tonight, dominant performance for Gabriel Hari, but now he's at Ethan Moreno, driver who to beat him last week. So we'll see if these two put on a fight for the race win. But we start here at lap number 59, so we're going to be at that halfway point at the end of this lap. So Gabriel Hari will win the stage this time by, but the iRacing base score will take that hard left turn onto pit road once again. So we're going to be 58, down 58 to go. Will we go back green? Back to the restart zone to Hari and Moreno on the front row. Green flag back in the air. And Gabriel Hari with a good launch is now George Meyer trying to fight to the inside of Moreno down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Moreno goes straight to the outside. He's going to get all the way up to that outside wall. Going to try and get as much speed as possible off of turn number 2. Not able to work as well as he hoped. These cars still getting up to speed. Really go back to the outside wall on 3 and 4. Moreno just trying to find some clean air up there. He gets enough of a run to clear Zurgenspire down the straightaway, but nothing to close anything down on Gabriel Hari. guys single file out through the field. Side by side between Moreno and Jurgensmeyer now down into turn number 1. Alright, just has the fastest lap right there. Moreno able to hold off for a second. As the outside lane just seems to be the way to hold off drivers, and no one really able to get by anybody on the bottom. Right now, Dari's been strong out in front. I have a caution out once again off of turn number 2. It's Jonathan Jurgensmeyer goes around and is battling there with Ethan Fonseca Moreno. As turn 2, another trouble corner once again. As Moreno got a little bit loose, Jurgensmeyer no time to react, just taps the back bumper and sends him around, and then he does a nice little 360, able to keep it going. No damage, but that brings out the caution once again. Jones decides caution flag. It's getting its good use tonight so far, as we have seen a few cautions. It's kind of the most amount of cautions that we have seen in the past pretty much month here in the NAOR Cup Series. A lot of races have gone to green, but we've seen turn 2 really catch out a lot of these drivers tonight. But Already comes down pit road. So split strategies here. These drivers want to make it to the end on fuel here from here on out. But Fonseca Moreno able to hold he'll take the race lead as Dahari comes down pit road. So everyone behind so big strides behind Dahari. He lines up in 6th here. So Moreno will be the race leader. But now Moreno, he'll line up on the front row. So we'll see on Dahari how well he can work through the traffic, as now he's going to be pretty much for the first time he's not in traffic tonight. He's in traffic tonight. The pace car is off, and Moreno and Kissler lead him back to green. It's Moreno. He'll get a great launch. He'll take the lead into one. Moreno up the racetrack as the Kissler fight to the bottom. To the inside lane works well for him. Kissler trying to make it happen. But Moreno, perfect rip at the outside wall, but he gets to the wall for two. That's gonna allow Kissler to stay alongside of the inside. Side by side into turn number one. Kissler trying to clear off at turn number two. But down the back straightaway, it's looking strong for Moreno as he closes out the lead. So he'll still try to pull away. But now he's got the lead. Got a kind of fuel percentage here, fuel issue, because I don't know why Nahari would pit. So it must have been close on fuel. But alright, to give up the race lead, but he's fighting back to third. It's always dangerous giving Ethan Moreno the race lead because the past month he's been racing. He's been able to, once he got it, he has not given it up, but Donnie Kite, big moment off of turn number two, checking the entire field, he's able to save it. Great save for Donnie Kite, but that's going to leave the field three wide. Lemon gets feeling sideways over the outside wall, he keeps it straight, no caution. So these drivers are struggling with the grip out there on the racetrack right now. As we have seen many close moments coming off the corner. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno holds the lead, but now Diego Nahari trying to take the spot away. Kissler fights with Adams behind for third. Kissler still holds on to the third place spot over Josh Adams, but now Nahari in the dirty air. Can he close the gap to Moreno? Does he have anything for Moreno right now? I could see a possible fuel strategy. Maybe Nahari might be able to make it to the finish here. He did pit from the lead. But Nahari fighting hard on the bottom, looking strong. He's been probably looking the strongest down there compared to the rest of the field. We'll see how well he can hold at the bottom, if he can get to the bottom of Ethan Fonseca Moreno. But now the back straightaway into turn number three. Because we're going to go to the top lane. Now Nahari down to the bottom. He's going to pull alongside Moreno, side by side. This could be his opportunity. This has been the only driver we'll be able to see that make that inside lane work. Moreno's going to try and pin him down into 1 and 2. And that's not going to work out for him. He's going to go up for the outside wall. He's going to try and get the run off on turn number 2, but it doesn't matter. Nahari will clear on the new tires. And Nahari will take the race lead. Moreno, he's going to try and keep fighting on the outside lane, but Nahari looking strong, staying strong on the outside. Stay strong on the inside. As he's going to try and pull away and try and take this win away. But it's been single file since Ari has retaken the race lead. Kissler, they're still fighting off Josh Adams, but Adams not able to do what Dahari did on the bottom and take that third spot away. Adams still fighting the inside, trying to stay to the inside of Mark Kisseweather. Not able to do it. But yeah, Kisseweather goes out of the bottom. Oh, but Kisseweather really loose off of turn number 2. But he saves it. But lose the spot to Josh Adams and the spot to Kyle Taub. Kisseweather will fall back to 5th. But Kisseweather fighting the bottom. Able to make it happen. It's Taub on the outside, gonna make it work. Taub still able to hold off to that 4th place spot. Kisseweather has the speed, but that big moment off 2 could cost him a lot of time. Almost gets to the inside of, almost gets into the Kyle Taub there off of turn number 2. But Kisseweather fight to the bottom. He stays alongside Kyle Taub here. Slide up in front off of turn number 2, and he will. So Kisseweather will make the inside lane work. One of the very few passes we've seen work on the bottom. Taub, he'll try and go back to the bottom, but Kisseweather will go back up to the top and defend. Now we have 35 laps to go left here at Homestead. Ari still leads the field. While we have this moment, let's take this moment to do our juicy spot. Crank it up here from Homestead. Welcome back from our Crank It Up segment. As you saw during that, Josh Adams brings it down pit road. So we'll start to see our final pit stops of the race. You can see a caution, maybe trying to throw a wrench into things. You saw that happen with Jonathan Parker, but we did see Gabriel Dahari. He gave up the race lead earlier, that last caution. Now you wonder if he can maybe make it on fuel. How close will Dahari be on fuel? Dylan Chapel coming off pit road is... Actually, no, Dylan Chapel's spinning off of turn number 2. He's at the racetrack into turn 3, kept it straight. And that almost brought out the caution, but he's able to hold on to it. He was running in 4th, and now he's going to fall all the way back behind John Osborne. He's going to fall all the way back to 12th. He's lost off turn number 2 once again. Another driver we saw doing that. Turn 2 has been pretty much turn 2 has been where all the wrecks have been happening. But Dahari holds on to the lead by about half a second over Ethan Moreno, but here comes Josh Adams. Josh Adams on fresh tires, just came off pit road. He takes that spot away. Now, if Dahari can't make it, that's going to be a really good track position for Josh Adams. Josh Adams might be able to jump and maybe that could work out. We'll see if Dahari, if he can make it on fuel. He's going to go another 26 laps. Mike Clyde also came out pit road as well. He just set the fastest lap. You saw that pop up on the top of your screen. He's really far back compared to Josh Adams. Right now, Dahari still holds the lead. Moreno working the outside lane, but he just doesn't have much for anything for Dahari right now. Dahari has slightly fresher tires as well. Still staying out on the racetrack. They said, guys, they have about 75% fuel. That's about 52.5 laps on fuel. Dahari, he pitted last caution. Which was lap 65, so. He pitted right around that moment, so. Dahari still staying on the racetrack. Mark Kissel, he'll come down pit road. So Dahari, we'll see how close he can make it. I believe he will be good on fuel. Now that was based off of 70 lap fuel tank, on a full fuel tank. So it could be anywhere from 65 to 70. It really depends on if you're shifting, which I don't think they're shifting here. I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I don't know if they really are right now, but depends on if he's shifting. And what lane he's running, he's been running the bottom the whole time, so he's making the shorter distance. Unlike Moreno, has been running the top. But Moreno's been burning a lot more fuel compared to Bahari. Moreno did not pit that last yellow, so you gotta assume Moreno's not gonna be able to make it. This time by Dahari will tick off another lap, but we have a caution out on the racetrack. We'll have to guess it's off at turn number 2, and it is Giovanni Klein. He was one of the drivers who recently pitted, and he goes around off of turn number 2, hard on the outside wall. He overcorrects it there and brings out the yellow with 18 laps to go. That's going to throw a wrench into a lot of strategies here. Josh Adams, he got back on the lap. He's going to be on all the tires, but does he stay out? He's not too late on tires here. He put on lap 87, so he's only about 10 lap older tires here for Josh Adams. So does Josh Adams, does he stay out and try and maybe play this strategy here? See how that works out. He gave it hard. He'll come down pit road to lead the field. So everyone will come down pit road here. Does Josh Adams stay out? He was back on the lap. Josh Adams does stay out on the lead lap, stay out on the racetrack. So everyone down pit road, they're gonna line up second, whoever goes out of here first. But now do we see a 2-tire, 4-tire strategy call for any of these drivers? You have to think 2 tires will probably be the call here. Normally is the call at this late moment of this race, and it looks like Dahari, he'll take 4. Looks like everyone's gonna take 4 tires here. Oh no, we have a few drivers taking 2. Jurgensmeyer, Peach, Kite, Tob, most of the field taking 2 tires. Parker, Dahari was actually a really slow shot, 24 seconds there. And now he's gonna, and that's unfortunate for David Dahari. David Dahari, a very dominant race, and now a really slow stop. A 4-tire stop doesn't catch him off guard. And now he's gonna be in the back in the most important race moment of this race. He's gonna line up all the way to the tail end of the field. I don't think he won't have enough time to work his way through the field. Now. Oh, we start here with 15 laps to go. Josh Adams with the 10-lap older tires. We'll see if the track position matters more. See how well he can kind of defend this race lead. Dahari, he's been fast all night long. We'll see. He's back in 14th. How well can he move up? But Josh Adams, Ethan Fonseca Moreno, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, Hunter Peach, all out front. So Josh Adams, 10-lap old tires on 2 tires. Everyone else behind him on 4 fresh tires. Will they be able to hold on? Green flag back in the air. 15 to go here from Homestead. And a good launch for Josh Adams down into turn number 1. He's going to hold the bottom of Moreno with the outside lean. Trying to pin him down off of turn number 2. He looks strong. He's going to be able to get the run, but now Kid Adams, can he hold on? Maybe can he pull a slider down the back straight, down into turn number 3, down to the back straightaway. Down to the 3 now. Jurgens tried to run. He wasn't able to have enough run to take it 3 wide. But Moreno on the outside lane. He's going to be able to get to the outside of Josh Adams. Josh Adams not able to shut the door. And that's going to allow Ethan Fonseca with a big one on the outside lane. He's probably going to clear off with number 2 here. We're a little bit farther down the racetrack. With the new tires, no match for Josh Adams. As Ethan Fonseca will clear for the lead. But Josh Adams trying to fight on the bottom, not able to make it happen. It's looking good once again for Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Moreno looking for 2 in a row. Now, behind him, it's a heavy battle. Hunter Peach out of the inside of Jurgensmeyer. They're going to make contact at the racetrack. Jurgensmeyer's trying to throw the block on Adams. It's a very aggressive block. He shuts the door off exit. Almost brings out a wreck, and there's caution behind him. There's a wreck behind him. That brings out the caution as that almost ended in disaster. But John Osborne, our first caution that was not out of turn number 2. John Osborne off of turn number 4 will go around. It's right behind Gabriel Hari there, and he looks just lost off turn 4, so just rear grip going away. Dylan Chappell nowhere to go. He gets into it there. Brings up the yellow, and that will may give us another restart with under 10 to go. But that pace car will catch up there, but Josh Adams still coming down pit road. Trying to get 4 tires. So a lot of drivers going down pit road, but Gabriel Hari got a slow stop under that last caution, and he's back up into the top 5. See if he has anything to maybe try and take the win back. He's been dominant all night long. Just a slow stop, trying to drive his way through. He's going to get through the toughest drivers. Now he's going to get through Ethan Fonseca Moreno if he wants to try and take the win back, but he's also going to get through Kyle Taub, Jonathan Parker, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, and Hunter Peach. A restart here with 8 to go, so we'll see if Moreno, can he hold the race lead? Sorry, we'll restart in 6th here. He's going to be outside the preferred lane, really. So we'll see if Tahari, can he drive through the field? He's had a strong car. He's been fastest all night long. He's trying to work his way through the field in this final 15 laps after a bad restart, after a bad pit stop. It's going down to another restart here with 8 laps to go. Moreno, Peach on the front row, back through the United Rentals restart zone. Green flag back in there. Great launch for the inside. Outside lane, not really a good restart. As Jurgensmeyer, Parker pushing the Moreno, clearing a 1 on the bottom. The top 3 now going to take from the inside lane. See Jonathan Parker having a quiet night. Will he have anything for the race leader, Ethan Fonseca Moreno? He's going to go down to the bottom of the inside of Jurgensmeyer. Moreno will go up to the top lane. Parker to have the inside lane. He's going to have a little bit of clean air on the nose. They're going to be almost 3 wide off the exit. Moreno with a great run. Rockets down the front straightaway. Jurgensmeyer tries to slot back in line quickly. So try to get a shove from Kyle Todd. He's going to go down to the bottom in turn number 1 as Parker tries to shove the nose in there. Jurgensmeyer, hold on, Tahari, really big moment off of turn number 2. He was working the inside, and able to make it happen. But Jonathan Jurgensmeyer fights to the bottom, tries to get the inside of Ethan Fonseca Moreno here with 6 laps to go, but the outside lane just too strong for him. Moreno able to make it work on the outside lane. And on to the bottom, able to challenge. Moreno sets the fastest lap of the race right there. Now down the back straightaway. This time by will be 5 laps to go. Jurgensmeyer, nothing on the bottom. 5 to go here from Homestead. Moreno maybe a little bit moment off on turn number 2 there. That allows for Jurgensmeyer to get a little bit closer. Moreno almost, I believe, maybe tagged the wall a little bit off on turn number 2. Jurgensmeyer going to drive it in a little bit deeper through the center of 3. Going to try and stay alongside Moreno off the exit. Not able to do it. 4 to go. This is the run on the outside. Strong enough for Moreno, but the caution. Massive wreck, massive hit for Zachary Meredith off of turn number 4. Hunter Peach as well. Hunter Peach from the top 5. As Taub into the outside wall collects Hunter Peach, and really big hit for Zachary Meredith there to the Hunter Peach. That puts Tahari up to 4th though with that incident. We're going to bring out another yellow. We're going to rock him up for a green-white checkered. But now Moreno, he'll have one more restart to master here. That last restart was very good for the drivers on the bottom. Jurgensmeyer, Parker, and Moreno was able to clear easily into 1. But now Tahari, he's in a good spot now. He's up to 4th. He's struggling to get by on the bottom. We'll see if he has anything, but it'll be a 2-lap shootout. It'll be our 1 attempt at an overtime finish. We have one attempt at a green-white checkered here, so now can we make it back to the white flag? That's the hope. One more restart for Moreno to nail, and he can pick up another win. His 5th win on the season. Let's pick up another few playoff points. Start the playoffs with. Again, Gabriel Dahari, his first start was last week. Got a solid top 3 finish. Looking to try and get a win. He's been dominant, led the most laps tonight. A bad pit stop put him towards the back of the field. He's worked his way up in these final 15 laps, but now should have one more opportunity to take this win away. You have to get by Parker, Jurgensmeyer, and Moreno, but can the outside lane, can they get a good launch? Does anyone have anything for Ethan Fonseca Moreno out in front? The outside lane has been the dominant lane. Moreno gets it outside. It's going to be tough to get him. Pace cars off. Back into the United Rentals restart zone. Green flag back in the air. A really good launch with the outside. Hunter is going around on the front straightaway. If he keeps it on the apron, that won't be a caution, but there's only one attempt. The caution comes out. It is over. As Moreno is clear, the outside lane stacking up a little bit. Jurgensmeyer side by side with Parker down the back straightaway. Good run for everyone down the backstretch. Moreno tries to block both lanes. He goes to the top lane through turn number 1, so 3 and 4. Moreno's going way up the racetrack. Jurgensmeyer almost gets to the inside. Parker with a good roll on the bottom. Can he clear off the exit? They're 3 wide for the lead. 1 lap to go here from Homestead. There's contact. There's still 3 wide down the front straightaway to 1. Final time. 1 to go here from Homestead. Dahari in the middle. Moreno at the top. Parker on the bottom. White flag off of turn number 2. Moreno trying to fight, trying to hold off on the outside lane. Dahari run to the middle. They're going to make contact. They're all going to wreck down the back straightaway. They're going to try and save it. Up and top is Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Jurgensmeyer survives all the carnage. He takes the lead through 3. Kisselweather up to the outside wall behind him. Not going to have enough of a run to get there. They're going to drag race for second. But Jonathan Jurgensmeyer wins at Homestead. Kisselweather will take second over Donnie Kite. What a chaotic finish. 3 wide for the lead off turn number 2. And then all explodes, and Jonathan Jurgensmeyer sneaks through to take the win. He burns it down here on the front straightaway. Moreno ended up getting 13th out of that. Dahari 17th, and Jonathan Parker in 16th. But Jurgensmeyer takes the win. What a chaotic finish for this one. But Jurgensmeyer burns it down. He'll celebrate here from Homestead. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our top 3 interviews.
Josh Adams.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
Here to Homestead, as we just saw a chaotic finish with Jonathan Jorgensmeyer able to come out on top and take the race win. As before we get to our top 3 interviews, let's take a quick look at our results for tonight's race here from Homestead. Jonathan Jorgensmeyer able to take the win over Mark Kisweather. Donnie Kite just able to get Mark Kisweather just able to beat out Donnie Kite there for second and third. Josh Adams still finished 4th tonight. Cole Steiner rounds in the top 5. Zach Mammoth finishing in 6th. John Osborne finishing 7th. Josh Arnold 8th. Giovanni Klein in 9th. Mike Campbell rounds up the top 10. Finishing 11th tonight is the 99 Dylan Chappell. Hunter Peach finishing 12th. Ethan Peltic Moreno, the only one of those 3 drivers that were battling for the lead and wrecked off at turn number 2 to complete that final lap. Moreno will finish 13th tonight. Hunter Senior 14th. Kyle Top rounds out the top 15. Jonathan Parker in 16th and Gabriel Hardy in 17th. They did not complete that final lap after that last lap incident. Steven Maggio finishing 18th tonight. Nathan Lame on the 19th, and Chase Navarro runs our top 20 car field here tonight from Homestead. Jonathan Jorgens are not in the Discord just yet, so we're going to go opposite of what we usually do. So we're going to bring in our 3rd place finisher of Donnie Kite here in. So Donnie Kite, our 3rd place finisher, just right there, side by side with Kisweather, right to the finish there. But what was going through your head there? The final restart.
I forgot I got interviews in this league. So hey, how's it going? I don't know, man. I didn't think about top 3, that's for sure. I just come down pit road because I was sitting 7th or 8th, and I was like, you know what? I got a lot of tires left. Let me go use them. And they just kept dying in front of us. And I ended up top 3. I definitely didn't deserve to be in the top 5, but I'll take it.
Yeah, but you're able to kind of battle it out through the night. You started 3rd, so you didn't lose or gain any spots tonight. But just kind of talk us through your night and just how tough was that there. So what different lanes were able to be used, and just how did that tire wear, and just how was your night feel? How did you feel about your night overall?
Well, I hated whatever was wrong with the car. I didn't, whether it be the setup, the aero package, the car itself. I was not enjoying driving it at all. So I was doing some goofy Paul Wolf style strategies to try to pull anything out of my rear end to just try to get a decent finish out of the night. So that's pretty much how my night was.
You're still able to battle it on through, able to survive for a 3rd place finish. But before we send up on the way, any sponsor link for tonight's 3rd place run?
Yeah, everyone at Juicy Spider Studios, Juicy Spider Gaming, the Highside Podcast crew. Who else? Mike, Nick, Josh, Hunter, all the teammates. Jared, he's not here tonight, but and Chris, I think you can count him as one of the guys. So yeah, just everyone for all the support still, even throughout all these different leagues, and even with the struggle ever since this next gen car update. I haven't been hitting on all cylinders since the new patch, and hoping we get another car to drive here pretty soon, but still full backing from the team and the sponsors. So I can't complain. I'm in a good spot where I'm at.
So once again, congrats on your third place finish. We'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Thanks for having me, Talon and Aaron. Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast.
That was our second place finisher of Donnie. Third place finisher of Donnie Kite. We'll bring in our second place finisher of Mark Kissweather. Mark Kissweather didn't think he was probably gonna have a shot at second there, coming off of turn number 2, coming to the checkered, but you're able to still hold off Donnie Kite there right at the very end. So what was kind of going through your head on that white flag, especially that big battle right there out in front of you?
I was just hoping to finish, and once the leaders all got together, I was just like, I was also wrecking off it too. So I was just like, I just got to get into the checkered flag and get a good finish. So after having so many couple bad weeks.
Yeah, and tonight you're able to pick up a solid second place finish after validating a qualifying lap. So you had to work your way through the field tonight. Just how tough was it to work your way through the field, especially it seemed like top lane to be very dominant. It was very hard to pass on the bottom, but just how are you able to work your way up through the field tonight and able to pick up a second place one?
The bottom in 1 and 2 was super loose, and then 3 and 4 was pretty tight, but the top lane was pretty dominant. So basically you just had to time your runs and try to beat the other person to the top before they can get there to get the run on you down the straightaways. But other than that, I thought the setup was pretty good, pretty loose, kind of hard to drive, which made it pretty fun.
Yeah, but you're still able to make your way through the field, get a solid second place finish tonight, right before the playoffs. But before we send off on the way, any sponsor to thank for tonight's second place run?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out you guys for the great broadcast, NAOR for putting on another banger of a race, and Matt Liveries for jumping on board for the rest of the season.
And once again, congrats on your second place run. We'll see you next week at Homestead. Auto Club.
All right, thank you.
So that was Mark Kissweather, our second place finisher tonight here at Homestead. We'll bring our race winner in, Jonathan Jurgesmeyer. Was sitting in fourth off of turn number 2 on the white flag, but what was going through your head through that final green-white checkered there?
I mean, I knew it'd be tough to beat Ethan on the restart, starting in second, but Gabriel Dahari kind of shoved me through the restart zone kind of perfectly, and I thought I jumped the restart, but he was so perfectly on my back bumper that he was aero packing me through 1 and 2, and I couldn't really stick with Ethan, and then I chose the wrong line in 3 and 4, and then I saw there were 3 wide for the lead in front of me. I knew it'd be a crazy fight for the win. And yeah, I saw Gabriel wreck Ethan down the track, and I knew JP was down there, and I looked in my mirror, and Mark Kissweather, he was getting loose out of the corner, and I knew that was pretty clear sailing. So yeah, I didn't do a whole lot, but I'll take it.
You're able to sneak through, take the win away, but you're able to get a win right before the playoffs here. So how does that bring that momentum coming into the playoffs? Not next week, but 2 weeks' time as you go to the regular season finale next week at Homestead. Auto Club.
Oh yeah, it feels good. This definitely wasn't the race that I expected to win this season. I mean, I only led 1 lap this race, so I definitely didn't deserve to win the race. But yeah, I definitely felt a lot of speed. So I mean, Auto Club isn't a very good track for me, so I don't know how well I'll do there. But yeah, it feels good.
And once again, congrats on your. Before we send off on the way on here from Homestead, we'll bring before we send off on the way here from Homestead, any sponsors that you think for tonight's race win?
Shout out to RJ Creative and Rivers Jones for this units fun house scheme that I ran today. Shout out to Ethan and JP in the call. Shout out to Travis. Shout out to my spotter Hunter Smith, and yeah, that's about it.
Once again, congrats on your race win. We'll see you next week at Homestead. Auto Club.
Yep, thank you.
Well, and that was Jonathan Jurgensen for Pizza and Wings Gaming Victory Lane here from Homestead. And next week we'll go to Auto Club. I seem to get stop saying Homestead tonight, so that seems to be the thing for me out here in the booth. But next week go to Auto Club, and that's the only upcoming schedule here on the Legends Racing Network. But it was definitely an exciting finish here tonight. We saw Moreno, Dahari, and Parker getting all together off of turn number 2 on the white flag, but Jonathan Jurgensen able to take the race win. But we'll see you next time here on the Legends Racing Network for the NAOR Cup Series at Auto Club for the regular season finale next week. And so long here from Homestead, Miami Speedway. We'll see you next time here on the Legends Racing Network.